What's happening, everybody? I'm in the truck, Bucko is behind the camera, and we are on our way to Mud Lake. We are going to have about 2 hours of fishing. I know I said our last video, that would quite likely be our last bass fishing trip of the year. This will be, at least with the boat, this will be our last bass fishing trip of the year. Mud Lake is the lake we have had by far the most success on. It is in Hatley, Wisconsin. And we have never been skunked once all summer on Mud Lake in Hatley, Wisconsin. So by the time we get the boat launched, it'll probably be 5:30 or 5:35, and that gives us about 2 hours until darkness to get after it. And so we just had a storm roll through. We fished this morning up in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. We had a low pressure system come through. It just rained and stormed pretty good a couple of hours ago, so hopefully the pressure has changed and the fish bite is going to pick up. We'll find out. See you then. All right, here we are on Mud Lake. Looks like we're gonna have the whole thing basically to ourselves. Ready, pal? I'll hop in back. You give us a good shove off. We're going back to the back corner there, pal. This is where I want to be. I want to be right on top of these where we can cast way back there. I want to get back in there shallow. See if they're still back in there or if they've moved out. Water temp is 68 degrees. Air temp is probably in the low 60s. Don't be afraid to let that pause when you get it into a hole. After you make a little pop like that, don't be afraid to let it sit for a minute. You can see the lily pads are already starting to die back a little bit. They're starting to brown out. Yeah, they're getting that brownish yellowish coloring. Oh, there we go. It's real shallow back in there. See that mud sticking up there? Yep. You got one. You got one? Is it on? Did it come off?
He come off.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. What?
I gotta get a Texas rig.
Buddy, we don't have anything Texas rigged up. We found them. We found them. You did right. He just got down in those lily pads. Did he feel like a good one?
Well, I couldn't get a really good feel to it because I think he missed it.
Oh, you think you missed it? It didn't seem like you set the hook on him too early. Good little blow up. Good little blow up. Didn't take long either. We haven't even been at it 10 minutes. Careful. Holy cow, you almost chucked yourself out of the boat. We're working these lily pads. That little white frog's been good for you, hasn't it? You've gotten a lot of strikes on that thing.
But no fish.
No fish yet, but it's attracting them. That's the bottom line.
2 bites today.
Yep. He was in there real shallow too, wasn't he? I have this thing where it's like I want to cover a bunch of water, but I want to go slow, you know, and yeah. Yeah, this is so far. Boy, something rolled right by my lure right there. Did you see that? He missed it. Something struck at it, but he missed it. Doggone it. I want to catch fat Sallies. I'm a Sally whacker.
Maybe if you're doing a low blade, I'll do a Carolina blade.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Absolutely. Evan, do you remember your first time ever fishing? Huh? Yeah, we were fishing from the bank. We were fishing over a culvert in Bluegill Bay Park. Just sitting on a chair catching little bluegills. Yeah, we caught a few. Little ones. Yeah, you reeled in a couple. You've been hooked ever since. You know, I kind of wish I had that Sluggo on. might rig up a Sluggo. Sluggo time. Sluggo madness. Hey Evan, does it get better than this?
Well, we haven't caught any fish yet, so it can.
You're whipping. I heard that whip. Boy, you had that strike right away and nothing now.
Just like before, kind of.
Yeah, it's weird. So, you know what? I don't know what happened there for sure. I think I ran out of memory on my phone filming on Mud Lake. So I only got about maybe 45 minutes to an hour's worth of footage. We fished for probably another hour after what you saw in the video there. Here's what you missed though. You missed us getting blown up. How many blow-ups did we have on the topwaters, Evan?
4.
4. You had 3 and I had 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly on the frogs, and didn't I have one on the Sluggo? I think I had
2 on the Sluggo.
I had 2 on the Sluggo. So they were still shallow. They were still really shallow, just like they were earlier in the day up on what lake were we on? Crescent Lake with Daryl, which you see in the previous video to this one. So they were still up really shallow, probably in a foot or less of water. And the topwater frogs, we just could not get them hooked on. So we had our very first skunking incident on Mud Lake. Never been skunked before. We've always had great success there. And toward the end of the night, we wanted to get the skunk off the boat so badly, we rigged up wacky worms and Texas rigs to no avail. So it got dark really early too. By 6:45 with the low pressure system moving in and the cloud cover and everything and the wind, it was dark by 6:45, like legitimately could not see kind of darkness. So I'm really sorry that we didn't get that footage for you. But we'll do it next time. We're learning this thing. We'll do better next time. We'll make sure that the phone is prepared to film everything that we need to. The Crescent Lake footage, that was almost 4 hours worth of footage that we distilled down to 11 minutes. So it takes a lot of memory to do that. So lesson learned. But anyhow, if you like our content, if you like what me and Bucko here are doing, please like and subscribe, share. We're getting ready to put the old tin can here into storage. Before we do, we're going to give a tour of our John boat here. I'm going to talk about winterizing your older outboards. That's a 1978 Evinrude 25 horse. I have a little repair that I have to make to my starter. I'm going to make a video on that. And I'm going to talk about winterizing, the steps that you need to take to make sure you can get maximum life out of these older outboards. And we have some hunting stuff coming up. We got trail cam footage that we want to get on here. Next weekend, I'm going to check trail cams and we'll have some footage for you there. So please subscribe. You don't want to miss any of our content. Anything you want to say, Evan?
No.
All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time.